Ciao, and welcome to Meals and Memories with Nonno. I'm Cheech. I'm going to walk you through a recipe today that is a family favorite. It's a Neapolitan favorite. It was my Nonno's favorite. It's my daughter's favorite, for who it is named after. What is it? Artichokes alla ragelle, or cacciofola alla ragelle. So there's a couple of things that I just want to go over because it's just easier. Sometimes, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So artichokes, cacciofola, tender, beautiful, eaten in season, not out of season. Very hard in Italy to eat when they're not in season. You don't find them. In the United States, we find them out of season. So a couple of things about, you know, artichokes. They're tender. So let me get a nice one that you can go. So this is what they call the leaves. This is the stem. At the top of the leaves, they can be a little bit pointy. So just be a little bit careful when you're going to grab them, because it's almost like a thorn, like a thistle. It can really just dig in. So what I want to go over is how to prep them, and then how I was taught how to cook them, which is a very long, slow braise. Yes, I said long. It is, are they delicious? Yes. Are they filling? No. It is a labor of love that I will do over and over and over again. Because when I say I'm making artichokes to my daughter, she smiles from ear to ear. That's all I gotta know. That is all I gotta know. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is, most important thing is when we're in a kitchen is just being as safe as we can. So what I wanna do is I wanna start with a level playing field. So now I got a level playing field, right? So what we wanna do is, now that we have a level playing field, we're gonna take it, we're gonna put a point sign down, and then we're gonna just push down. There you go. Did you hear the squeak? Well, that's the squeak that my daughter Raquel would make when she was a baby. I'd be making these and I would hear the squeak, you know? And I'd be like, hey, well, hold on, is that the artichoke or is that my daughter crying? What's going on? So let's do it again. So there you go, hear the squeak? So what we want to do is we want to open them up so that they're nice, so that we can fit in our ingredients, which is not a lot. We have garlic, parsley, salt, and grating cheese, locatelli. Now, I know there's a whole big thing about, you know, what is called grating cheese and pecorino romano and everything. There were only 3 cheeses in my grandfather's refrigerator and my grandmother's refrigerator that I can remember. That was grating cheese, locatelli, grating cheese, aka grating cheese. There was provolone cheese, and there was blue cheese, or gorgonzola cheese. And to the best of my knowledge, why those 3 cheeses were in there was because they didn't go bad. They just didn't go bad. Provolone only gets better with age. Gorgonzola gets better with age. And I never had a problem with grating cheese being inside the refrigerator for months. It doesn't lose its flavor. Put it in a plastic bag, put it in an airtight container, and it stays the same. So with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep the rest of these artichokes. Then we're gonna get into what is very, very important, which most people don't know about. Most people don't know about it. And I'll get into that in a second. Welcome back. Again, I'm Cheech, Francesco. Francesco is a name my grandmother used to call me. When I hear the name Francesco, if I'm walking through the street, usually in an Italian neighborhood, or if I'm in Italy, I actually turn around, because it's not a name that's used that often. It's more of a typical Napolitan name from Naples, somebody from Naples, but it's a nickname for Frank, or for Francesco. So, everybody talks about artichoke hearts. the heart of the artichoke. But nobody talks about the stems. Now, when I was growing up, and these would come out in the bowl or in the plate, we would fight for the stems because the stems is the easiest way to get that flavor from the artichoke that you want. And it's easy. We would fight. We'd be sitting there putting our forks in, trying to get to them, right? Or you'd be really sneaky, and when you're taking one out, you would sneak an extra stem. You know, don't let my sisters know. They're gonna get mad at me now if they know I stole stems. So anyway, how we do, they're gonna trim the stem because the outside is really tough and it doesn't taste good. It's very fibrous, right? Very long and stringy. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna trim off the end, all right? We're gonna discard the end. Again, level playing field, so we're gonna start up straight. We're just gonna move it around so that we can kind of get off that little layer of that outside stem. Right? That's one way that we can do it. Right? The other way that we can do it, right? So again, what we do is we're gonna cut off the end, right? Is like I said, we can just start it like this, go down, then we can just kind of, and then turn it over again, right? And then you get like a rectangle or a square, depending on how good you are or how you're able to cut them. So with that, now, if you're not comfortable using the knife and trying to get around it, if you find yourself going too deep into the stem, which is a problem, right? What you can also use is a peeler, right? So, trim off the edge, right? Trim off the other edge, and when you cut the artichokes, you're gonna lose some leaves. It's gonna happen. It's not really a big deal, right? So what you can do is you can just grab a potato peeler and just kind of peel the same way as if you were peeling a potato. What you wanna do is you want to get off of that gray color skin and you want to get to the vibrant green. That's what you want to get to, right? So, I'll get that in a second. Let me just finish this. And then I'll finish prepping these and then I'll come back and we'll stuff them and then we'll put them in the pot and then we'll let them cook. That's it. It's really that simple. It's just more of a time consuming than it is labor intensive. It's not as laborious as people think. All right. So we got our cachofa, right? Our cachofa. It's my daughter's, as I said, that's her nickname. That's her pet name, cachofa. Short for cachofa. So what we're gonna do is, so I'm just gonna get my salt. We're gonna open that up. I'm gonna pour some into a, it's easy for me to get to. All right. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna open it up so that it's nice and we can get our stuffing in, right? And we're gonna put in our garlic in between the leaves. We're gonna sprinkle some salt to get in between the leaves. Right? Then we're going to take some parsley. Now, of course, everything has been washed. I pre-washed everything. And we're just going to stuff the parsley in. All the way around, right? So now there's no method to how you do this. Then what we're going to do, then we're going to take our grating cheese. Alright, so now we're just going to take our grating cheese and we're going to just liberally put it around. Alright, I'm going to get busy stuffing the rest of these and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. We'll come back, I'll put them in the pot and I'll show you the drizzle or the pour that we got to do. All right, ciao. See you in about 5. So now we got them in this. We got them in the pot. We're gonna add in the little treasures, the stems, wherever we can fit them. All right, put them down the sides. Then we're gonna add the olive oil. As I said, it's a pour. It's about a 6-second pour each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just do the same all the way around. So now we're going to add the water. And we're going to come up to about 3/4 of the way up the artichokes. Right? Right around 3/4, half, between half and 3/4. I'm going to turn that on, turn up the flame, and then we're going to wait for it to come to a boil, and then we're going to reduce it down to a simmer, and then we're just going to monitor the liquid so that we always keep the liquid right around halfway. By the time you're finished, what you really want is you want in between 1/2 and 1/4. But right now, you want to keep it between 1/2 and just a little bit above 1/2. So, ciao and buon appetito. See you soon.